This is NEOM, and this, and this, and this. It's a megacity currently being built that will completely revolutionize Saudi Arabia as we know it. The project was first announced in 2017 by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, emerging as part of Saudi Vision 2030, a strategic framework to reduce Saudi Arabia's dependence on oil, diversify its economy, and develop public service sectors. The megacity will be located in the Tabuk province, a northwestern region of Saudi Arabia, and this is the land it's expected to cover. The total area will be about 10,230 square miles, making it roughly the same size as Kuwait and Qatar combined. Now, the price for this is estimated to cost at least $500 billion, mostly being funded by the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia and international investors. So, what's included in this megacity? Well, like I showed in the beginning of the video, there's three parts: the line, octagon, and trojena. But we'll start with the line, as it's the centerpiece of everything. So this is the line. Although it looks like one big wall, it's actually two parallel skyscrapers with mirrored surfaces. They're 1,640 feet tall, 656 feet wide, and span 75 miles across desert land and the Red Sea. They look separated, but they're connected via walkways and divided into neighborhoods that are supposed to offer all the amenities of city life within a 5-minute walking distance for 9 million people. There's gardens inside, parks, and it's built with perfect temperature regulation in place, so you'll have ideal weather 24/7. The place is built to be somewhat of a paradise, and it'll be fully accessible via a high-speed rail running the length of the megastructure within 20 minutes. How it plays a part in the Saudi Vision 2030 though is through a few different ways. Obviously, the city is built for people. It's not car-centric, there's no streets, and therefore there's no emissions either. The line will be fully powered by renewable energy as well as being 100% carbon-free. By not creating a sprawling city, the project will help preserve 95% of the surrounding land, including coastal desert, mountain, and upper valley areas, making it a first of its kind. Then there's the octagon. Shaped like an octagon, part of it will float on the Red Sea and the other part on land. This will be the largest floating structure on Earth, covering roughly 19 square miles. It includes the small current port of Duba and will heavily expand the trade and manufacturing hub to rival others in the Middle East. All of Octagon will be automated and integrated, utilizing artificial intelligence, predictive intelligence, and robotics to create a seamlessly efficient supply chain, making it essentially the world's first fully automated port and integrated logistics hub, all fully powered by renewable energy as well. Approximately 13% of global trade passes through the Red Sea, and it seems like Octagon will be positioned to take advantage of that better than any other port in the region. It'll serve as the catalyst for economic growth and diversity in NEOM and Saudi Arabia overall, furthering the country's goal of moving away from oil reliance. Just like the line too, people will be living, working, and relaxing at Octagon in the future, with an expectation of housing for 90,000 residents and 40 to 50 companies by 2030, making it not only just a port, but also a city. The Octagon will also be connected to the line, as well as to a new NEOM airport being built via high-speed rail, giving the city a boost of airport connectivity and transportation. Finally, the last region of NEOM is located in the northern part, known as Trojena. To be honest, there isn't much significance to this place, despite how it looks. It's essentially a luxury tourist destination in the mountains, 8,350 feet above sea level, and is to be the first outdoor skiing resort in all of the Gulf states. There is also a folded vertical village known as the Vault, which combines technology and architecture, with most of the hotels, restaurants, and amenities being located within it. The idea is to sort of cram everything into one area, so that everything else can be untouched nature. Well, besides this massive man-made lake that's almost 2 miles long, located in the heart of the region. But this is an idea that is actually central to all of NEOM, because of all the land area that makes up the soon-to-be megacity, 95% of it will remain untouched. Anyways, Trojena is set to be completed by 2026 and expects to attract 700,000 visitors annually, as well as 7,000 permanent residents. Now, I actually want to go a bit more into NEOM itself, with the first thing being its name. The name NEOM was constructed from two words. The first three letters Neo, meaning new in Greek, and the last letter M comes from the first letter of the Arabic word Mustaqbal, meaning future. So it's basically called New Future, because that's exactly what it hopes to be, the new future. But more than that though, Mohammed bin Salman wants NEOM to put Saudi Arabia on the map globally. What I mean by this is, take for example two of their neighboring countries, right? Egypt and the UAE. Egypt has the pyramids. The UAE has Dubai. What does Saudi Arabia have? Obviously, there's many things in Saudi Arabia, don't get me wrong, but nothing that's truly renowned globally. This is exactly what NEOM is meant to do, to be Saudi Arabia's version of the pyramids. The thing is though, it's kind of hard to do that when the entire project is shrouded in controversy. Critics have accused Saudi Arabia of greenwashing, where they make big promises about environmentalism to distract the outside world from what's happening throughout the construction of the city. For example, the site that NEOM was picked to be built on was said to be empty land, but it's actually not quite. A tribe known as the Huwaitat have been living on parts of the land for centuries, tracing their lineage back before the founding of the Saudi state itself. About 20,000 members of the Huwaitat tribe are facing a forcible eviction to make way for NEOM. They're facing threats, abductions, torture, harassment, and even murder for refusing to leave their homes. This was the fate of Abdul Rahim al-Huwaiti, a vocal presence online who denounced the NEOM project and refused to give up his home. He predicted he'd be killed soon after protesting it, and was right, because within hours his home was raided by Saudi special forces and he was murdered. Now, the UN is getting involved. This is a story that's essentially been drowned out from the news because of the crazy plans for NEOM taking the headlines. As a result, millions upon millions of dollars have been spent on PR campaigns for NEOM to try repair their image. As being a potential landmark surrounded by controversy isn't ideal. Overall though, the advantages of NEOM are insane. In addition to everything, it's estimated that 380,000 jobs can be generated because of it, and they even plan to be the most food self-sufficient country in the world by utilizing greenhouses and vertical planting. Though, since Saudi Arabia imports 80% of its food, this will definitely be a challenge in the middle of a severe desert. Regardless, there's no doubt about the advantages that NEOM can potentially bring. But what I, and I'm sure many people are wondering is, can it succeed? To me, there's two things we need to talk about. The first being, who is it meant for? Now, the people in charge of NEOM said that the city is for everyone and not just the super rich. And that very well may be the case, but it's just not looking like that right now. I mean, so much about the luxury of it has been released, without talking about the prices and how it'd be affordable for the average citizen. And is it even for the Saudi Arabians as well? It was announced that to help NEOM succeed in their ambitions, the city would exist outside of the country's existing framework. Specifically, it was stated that NEOM will have its own unique labor and tax laws, while also having its own unique judicial system, separate from the rest of Saudi Arabia. The city will be part of Saudi Arabia, but not really at the same time. So why is this? Well, it's obviously to attract the most diverse and talented workforce, which they've said before, and that's definitely a smart idea. But does that mean NEOM will be an international city meant for foreigners, tourists, and rich Westerners who don't want to deal with rules like the alcohol ban in Saudi Arabia? And secondly, if so, will these people actually want to be living in the line? Because although it'll be car-free and high-tech and all these things, you're still kind of confined to the line. Will there actually be 9 million people who want to live here instead of a traditional city? Maybe there will be, maybe there won't, but it's something to think about. In my opinion, I hope NEOM succeeds, as it could be revolutionary, but there seems to be a ton of insane promises that may just not be realistic, but only time will tell if that's true. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.